Today on Drawly.
I am drawing, even though it's really, really hard.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are self-taught artists documenting our process of learning to draw, which is of course better with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you are new around here and share your artwork on Instagram with the hashtag Drawly.
And of course, check out our new guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day, the link below in the description. Abby, you're drawing even though it's really hard.
Okay, so enough about, you've all heard me say enough times, oh, I was really, really tired this day. Really, really tired this other day I was drawing. Really, really tired. Well, guess what? Here I was again, and I was really, really tired. I had gotten like 2 hours of sleep, and I was just exhausted, but I was distressed. I was like, I hate drawing when I'm so tired. And then I realized, like, well, if I want to draw every day, and I'm often like, I have trouble sleeping, then there's just gonna be a lot of days where I have to draw when I'm really tired. And if I don't wanna just scribble on a sheet of paper like a neurotic person, then I'm gonna have to just figure out a way to work around this, you know? Like, it's just gonna be part of my life, and I'm gonna have to just go for it anyway. So I remembered the words of an artist I recently spoke to named Natalia Babbitt when I asked her what somebody who wants to learn illustration should focus on drawing. And her suggestion was draw things that are nostalgic to you that you have a connection to.
Yeah, I love that.
So I decided to draw from the old PC game I used to play a lot with my family and my dad called The Neverhood.
The Neverhood, which I have not played, but I've heard you talk about many times.
I don't know if it would hold the same charm for you today since it hasn't been a part of your nostalgic past.
Highly doubt it.
I originally wanted to draw the character named Bill, a robot who holds a teddy bear and has a very like emotional
That makes
story.
sense, seeing this now compared to the final character you draw.
Yeah, but he ended up being a robot, and that was hard, and he doesn't fit to scale in the scene that I ended up creating.
Okay.
So I ended up just drawing Clayman, the main character, instead.
Yeah, of course, Clayman. I know him very well.
A couple months ago, I worked a shift at the hospital, and a nurse I had never met before, about my age or a little younger, had a Clayman tattoo.
Whoa.
Just a Clayman on her forearm, and I said, oh my gosh, that's a nice Clayman tattoo. And she was like, oh, nobody ever recognizes Clayman. And I was like, yeah, I love him. I love that game. It's so nostalgic. And she's like, yeah, for me too.
How big of a Clayman tattoo?
Probably like 6 or 7 inches.
That's a big Clayman tattoo to have
Honestly,
on your forearm.
I would get the same one.
I couldn't imagine having a big Mario on my forearm.
I would never get a big Mario, but Clayman's kind of like niche enough that it's unique in that way, where I wouldn't feel like I was just branding myself with the man Nintendo. Clayman was a very
Dr. Nintendo.
Yeah, a small studio that I don't even know what they've gone on to create later on, but they were, I think, best known for this, the Neverhood game. So I drew iconic portions of the game, or there's many iconic portions, but the swirly
purple thing?
It's actually a house thing that you can go into in the game. And then to get into this house with the pillars up top, you have to solve this weird puzzle where Clayman has to spit water into these pipes to get them to ring at different tones.
Interesting.
And
is this a point and click adventure game?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And it's got secret codes.
So back then, there was literally one type of video game that was made, and it was point and click adventure. So there was a period of like 10 or 20 years where that's all that was made.
This one was entirely sculpted out of clay, and every scene is a claymation shot.
Oh, okay. So they actually took photos of the clay. That's really cool.
It's a set that was built, and they did stop motion for all the characters.
That's awesome. And it's called The Neverhood?
Yeah, The Neverhood.
And what is the game about?
So there's a king, and I won't try to fill in all the details, but he basically is put asleep, and you as Clayman have to go wake him up and defeat the bad guys.
Now, everybody's made out of clay in this world, correct?
Yes.
But specifically, the main character is called Clayman.
Yes.
Interesting. Continue. That'd be like if we had a flesh man, you know?
I think there...
Flesh man.
I don't know if that's like, us calling him human.
Yeah.
Because...
Hello, human woman.
At the very end... so in this game, it's wild, but you can pick at the very, very end one of 2 endings.
You get to pick your ending?
Yes. You can do the bad ending, where Clayman decides to take the crown for himself and become the new leader.
It just gives you a choice at the very end?
It literally does. So you save your game right before, and as children, it was just mind-blowing. The first time we saw the bad ending, we were like,
Wait,
oh
so the bad ending is taking it for yourself?
Yes.
Why is that the bad ending?
Because the good ending is where you escape the bad guy and jump over this spiky pit, and you put the crown onto Hoborg's Hoborg's head. Hoborg is the king.
Poor
and you
Hoborg.
wake him up and he fixes everything.
Oh, wait. Why does the crown give him power?
The crown does give him power. It's a source of his power.
Okay, there are just a million questions here with this.
You find this out because throughout the game you click on a series of little video cassettes that are left on the ground.
Of course, yeah.
And you load them into these video players, but they're all out of order as you collect them. So finally you collect them all. You have to collect them all, and it gives you the full story. I'm talking so fast because I don't know how to tell you all about Clayman in the space of time we have in this video.
I mean, you only have like 20 more seconds to tell me more about Clayman.
So there's this tree with mushrooms on it, and
Okay.
when you eat the mushrooms, he belches, and if you eat subsequent mushrooms, he belches for longer and longer. And I kid you not, I'm pretty sure the final belch is a 10-minute unskippable scene
Wow.
of just a straight up belch. And my brother
that's
thought it was
actually
hilarious.
that's amazing. 10 minutes.
I swear it must be like 10 minutes. I could be exaggerating. It felt like 10 minutes.
That's actually amazing.
And he stores everything in that little compartment in himself. The end. I sent this to my dad too.
You got it all
Whew.
in. Good
Yeah.
job. Hey, congratulations. You've told me all about Clayman and
I
the
think
wonderful
I've barely
adventures.
begun to tell you about Clayman.
I
but
now know the entire lore and backstory.
if I can, I'm going to put the music from Clayman to this video because that's something I'm hugely nostalgic for as well.
That's all right. Let the YouTube higher ups come for us. We'll
Yeah.
fight them. I'll fight them off.
If it doesn't have that music, it's because of copyright.
And if you want to get copyrighted, click that like and subscribe button and check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day, at the link below in the description.
And share your work on Instagram with #Drawbly because drawing is better with friends.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba.
Was there anything else I didn't say?
Oh my!
gosh.
I mean, I feel like I know everything about Clayman now.
I feel like
so.
I got derailed from talking about why I drew this because I was tired, but I think I got the message across.
Yeah,
pretty
for
well.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.